In this video, I'll show you how to make delicious, healthy jams and jellies from peaches, apricots, plums, strawberries, blackberries, or any other fruit using any sweetener you like. This method uses Pomona's pectin, which gels even with no sugar and thickens jam much better than other so-called low-sugar pectin. You will love your homemade jams made with quality, all-natural ingredients. You have the freedom to combine fruits and berries and sweeten them with honey, Sucanat, agave, stevia, fruit juice, or any other sweetener. Sucanat is simply dried sugar cane juice, a natural form of sugar with a slight caramel flavor. Here's my basic recipe for making 7 pints of jam. 14 cups of mashed fruit or berries, 1 cup Sucanat or other type of sugar, 3 tablespoons lemon juice, or less if fruit is very acid, and 1/8 teaspoon calcium from the packet that comes with the pectin, mixed with a little water, or follow the calcium water recipe they give you. Bring this mixture to a boil in a heavy 6-quart pot, stirring constantly, then stir in 1 cup honey pre-mixed with a tablespoon of Pomona's pectin. Bring to a boil again, and now it's ready to put in jars. For less sweet jam, or if you have very sweet fruit, use less sweetener. For tart fruits like strawberries or raspberries, reduce or omit the lemon juice. Use mild flavored honey or other sweeteners that go well with the flavor of the fruit. Pomona's includes a great instruction sheet with recipes for cooked jams and jellies made with honey, juice concentrate, stevia, or no sweetener, plus freezer jams. I found I only need about a half to third as much pectin as they suggest. The best jams are made from fully ripe quality fruit with good flavor. Keeping fruit in a paper bag with an apple or banana will help it ripen. Peaches are ripe when soft near the stem or when you can feel the peaches soft just holding it in your hand. I usually make jam in batches of 7 pints because that's how many jars I can boil in our 10-quart pot. I like pints because we easily eat a pint of jam in the 3 to 4 weeks it will keep in the fridge. Since it's mostly fruit, with less sweetening, we eat more jam. Of course, you can make a smaller batch and shrink the recipe accordingly. Boil your lids, rings, and jars while you're preparing the fruit. I reuse the lids about 3 times as long as they're not damaged. To remove the skins easily, most peaches and nectarines will need to be dropped in boiling water for up to a minute, then ice water. It may help to cut an X on the bottom first with a sharp knife. Remove the pits from plums, apricots, or peaches and squish or mash the fruit. With plums, taste the skins and decide whether to remove them. Strawberries can be cut up and then mashed. To make raspberry, blackberry, currant, grape, or other jelly, squish the berries through a sieve to remove the seeds or skins, and just use the juice. This can take a while, but makes really good jelly, which we usually can in the smaller 8-ounce jars. Some people cook the berries first to get more juice out. Measure and stir the pectin ahead of time into the honey or whatever sweetener you're using. If using fruit juice, follow Pomona's directions to mix the pectin in a blender with the hot juice. This pectin mixture will then be added after the fruit comes to the first boil. Don't fill a pot too full as the jam will expand when it boils and could foam up and overflow. Stir with a heat-resistant rubber spatula to keep it from sticking to the pan. For peach jam, you might also want to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and an 1/8 teaspoon each of allspice and nutmeg. Don't overcook it. Once you stir the honey pectin mixture in and return it to a boil, it's time to put the jam in jars. The tricky part is filling the jars about a 1/4 inch from the top without getting jam on the edge or the outside of the jar. If you fill one too full, remove the extra jam with a sterilized spoon. Check each jar rim, and if there's any jam on it, wipe it with a clean cloth or a paper towel. Once one jar is full, I get out the next one to set the funnel in. The water level will get too high, so dump the extra water in the sink. Fish the lid and ring out with a magnetic wand, set it on the jar, and tighten the ring using a paper towel or a cloth to hold the hot jar. Put each jar back in the water bath and boil it for 10 minutes. I leave the jam pot on low heat and the water bath on high while I'm filling the jars, and keep everything as sterile as possible. The jam left over in the pot I put in a jar unprocessed, and we eat that jam first. Put all the jars on a cloth and listen for the lids to ping, indicating they have sealed. This method works better than anything else I've found to make delicious, healthy fruit and berry jams at home with little added sweetener. Extra jam can be mixed with yogurt. Extra fruit can be sliced, dried, and stored in jars or frozen in Ziploc bags. Take notes on exactly how you make your jam so you can adjust or reproduce it later. Feel free to ask questions or comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And please subscribe to support us in making more videos. We make 20 to 30 pints of jam every summer when local fruit is ripe and often free, which is plenty for eating on toast, waffles, cottage cheese, peanut butter, or just eaten out of the jar. Happy jamming!